Today feels like a washout day, very choppy price action, challenging to trade. Soybeans were the highlight on the day. I want to go over the VIX again. Yesterday we said that it was bullish with this narrow range, and so we get a little bit of a spike today, but at the end of the day it's trending down, so it just feels like we're bullish, but we've got one day of strong selling left. That's what it feels like. We'll see. We'll follow our strategies, but you see the VIX here. Supporting 25 and popping just a little bit, but it's rolling over now, and VIX is still relatively high based on history, but at the same level back in February the VIX was at 13 or 14, but relatively speaking it's trended lower since the VIX highs on the pandemic, and so I'm still expecting more bullish price action, even though I don't believe we should have more bullish price action in the stock market. I believe that the market is due for some bullish price action based on what I'm seeing in the market, just reading the tape. But we'll go over the systems and I'll show you the trades on the day. So it's a down day overall in the stock indexes. A lot of head fakes with these market internals. Won't sell below the opening lows. Highly supported market down here. Very bullish price action up here, this gap up and sideways, gap up and sideways, gap up and sideways, and then just a kind of a washout. Oftentimes we'll see consolidation patterns. If you see a consolidation pattern and the market's going to go higher, oftentimes it'll take out the levels down here and then go higher. And so instead of just consolidating and moving higher, it feels more like a washout and then move higher. And so that's what I'm looking at, and very confusing on an intraday basis. So you see setups for shorts and the market reverses. So Cobra 3 mini S&P stopped out today. Cobra 3 mini NASDAQ stopped out today as well. Really choppy price action. Adaptive moving average, very choppy price action. Minus 1387.50. NightTrader, brand new equity peaks in NightTrader, one of our most consistent strategies. Let's look at the equity curve for that. So you see it went through some drawdowns here recently, and now it's bounced back. And so even in a down day, NightTrader does well on the long side. So let's look at the rest of the trades. So only 4 strategies trading in All Strategy Access 1, All Strategy Access 2, Asia 4 long, lost overnight, minus 15.25. It took that long trade. It was very successful trading this up move, and then recently we were stopped out on this trade, got in, stopped out again. So down day on Asia 4 long. QS3 was another highlight on the day. Love this strategy. Quick start QS has a tendency for catching that opening bid in the right circumstances. Plus 875 with it has a $900 profit target. So nice trade there on QS3, and then we had those are the only two trades in this workspace. Once again, not a lot of trades, and so that's good. We're in a slow drawdown period in the portfolios with the stock indexes, but not a lot of trades here. It's hard to determine the right direction. And Cobra Euro 4 plus 381.25. We have Asia Gold 4 short plus 975. And then Soybeans Day Trade 3, probably the highlight of the day, I would say, plus 800. We talked about in an earlier video how soybeans has moved up 25% since the April lows. Could this be indicative of future inflation or hyperinflation? We don't know yet, but we're keeping an eye on it. And the opportunity for trading soybeans above $10 a bushel is, we like that opportunity. And Cobra Crude, minus 125. A lot of small trades lately in crude oil. Crude oil, big up day. So interesting to note the price up in crude oil, the price up in soybeans. Cobra Gold minus 625. Natural gas is down again. Thought that natural gas might be a little more bullish, but it is down once again. 1997. You have to wonder. Always keep at the front of our minds those negative crude oil, those negative prices in crude oil, and could that happen in natural gas also? We should have rollover here pretty soon on the energies. All Strategy Access 5. No trades on the day. All Strategy Access 6. ES After Hours minus 13.25. Gap fill in reverse crude oil minus 255. and plus 687.50 on 60-minute breakout short. So we saw two winners. We started a trade at the close yesterday, hit its profit target, got in on another trade, and then took a short trade today, intraday, and it was stopped out. So difficult to short the market intraday, that's for sure. Continues to be some bid there, even on days when the market, NASDAQ is down as much as it is, 200 points, S&P down 35, still hard to short this market. Intraday, most of the selling was overnight. You can see on a 24-hour chart, all the selling happened through 2 a.m. In the S&P, the lows were at 2 a.m. and it's moved higher, gradually moved higher since that 2 a.m. low when European futures opened, so the European stock market opened. So actually looking, it would anticipate a Friday bounce. So overnight, maybe upward price action, and then a strong close on Friday. Based on what we're seeing, it seems like the sellers cannot. The market's just now closing. Adaptive moving averages exiting it short. So it seems like the sellers have tried to sell, and it's come down to this level for about 8 days. In 8 days, it cannot break below this level. So to me, that is bullish. The sellers have tried and tried and tried, and not much lower than it was. First, we had this massive move higher, parabolic move higher. In the NASDAQ, it was 10% pullback. I believe S&P around 7% pullback. But most of that selling was the first couple of days. First day, second day, and even in the second day of selling, boom, it snaps right back. And then we get a follow through selling, snaps right back, tries to sell, bounce, tries to sell, bounce. And so it's tried to sell below these levels. We're at the current market price right here is where it was on the second day of the original selling. So it really hasn't gone anywhere since September the 4th, and we're here September the 17th. And so when one side continues to fail at taking prices in one direction, especially the bears, and we're in a kind of a bullish market, pretty much a bullish market, I would expect to see higher prices depending on any market movement. So that's the update on the day. That's what I wanted to say. Oh yeah, gap continuation 2019 lost minus 650. Those two trades just continued that conversation where you cannot. It's just, even though the market ought to go down more, there ought to be more two-sided price action on an intraday basis. This is the reality. What's happening, and we are in a slow drawdown in our strategies right now. And dynamic tick pullback, no trades. Tick fader, no trades. Those are the trades on the day for September the 17th, 2020. And once again, looking for the market to rebound on Friday, September the 18th.